All right. So the inevitable has happened. Bangladesh is officially out of the T20 World Cup 2026. Scotland has replaced them in Group B. I mean, this has been a lot of controversial couple of weeks. With respect to Bangladesh cricket and the upcoming T20 World Cup. Welcome to another episode of Bat Balla. So I'm Shivam. I'm here with Sulesh as well. So I think we are here to dissect what exactly happened, with respect to the entire controversy around the Bangladesh cricket and their participation in the upcoming T20 World Cup. Uh, Too many things to dissect, but I mean, your initial thoughts on the same, Sulesh.
No, yeah, I mean it's unfortunate that it has got to the situation, right? I think a lot of maybe egos played in part, and it's really sad that a country who was ready to play cricket, ready to play the World Cup, is suddenly now out of it for no fault of the players, no fault of the fans, just some ego calls taken by some politicians has resulted in this, and that's very unfortunate for cricket as such. Uh, I mean, yeah, like you said, we can start dissecting on why this probably happened and why we are here right now. But overall, as a cricket fan, I'm very disappointed that this is a scenario. And a team like Bangladesh, like how 200 million people, we could have figured out somehow to get them. Maybe not in India, in Sri Lanka or something, but yeah, it's very sad that that's not there. But again, I am not. It's very tough to blame one individual for this. But I'm just saying it's unfortunate that it's such a situation right now.
Yeah, I think there are two ways to look at it. One obviously is could something would have been done, to sort of accommodate this request. I guess from the ICC's point of view, the answer is no, because
Yeah,
you
I
you
agree.
know it was pretty much at the last moment, and it was
Yeah,
definitely an ego thing. It started with Mustafizur's omission from the upcoming IPL season, wherein BCCI directed, the government directed BCCI rather, and then in turn, which KKR was directed to sort of release Mustafizur. I am a little surprised from that aspect because, see, last 1 year or so has been really controversial with respect to Indian and Bangladesh from the diplomatic relations point of view, right? And I was actually really surprised then when KKR picked Mustafizur at that price, and अगर कुछ करना होता तो I think government should have given the directive to the respective franchises then and there itself that it's okay. There have been certain players who were drafted in the auction, but nobody is supposed to buy them. I mean, that could have been the easiest way to handle this one, right? And but unfortunately, Mustafizur was picked, and then later, for whatever developments that happened with respect to Bangladeshi Hindus and all those things, I don't want to get into the political side of
yeah,
it, but
yeah.
it was decided that Mustafizur will be released from the KKR squad. And it was a kind of a knee-jerk reaction from the Bangladeshi board as well, wherein the very next day they mentioned that hey, the security in India is not up to the mark, and probably they are not confident of sending their team, their players, and the fans and the media broadcasters and everyone. And so it was a knee-jerk reaction, and everyone knew that it was all about taking a revenge for that point of time. One thing which probably people forget, the social media warriors from Bangladesh especially, is that IPL is a BCCI event. It's not an ICC event, right? And
Yeah,
BCCI and the government of India has all the right to sort of take the right calls or take whatever calls they want to take from that point of view, right? But
yeah.
T20 World Cup is an ICC event, and creating that chaos, the kind of controversy which has happened over the last few weeks, I think it will be damaging to Bangladesh cricket, Bangladesh pro, their fans from the long term perspective. Is something which I feel.
No, I completely agree. I mean, like you see, okay, like you mentioned, right? This is completely a revenge sort of a reaction, and like okay, you did this, we'll do this. Now we'll do this is what you can always put up your protest, right? So, look, we are not comfortable touring India. We have our reservations. But how do you assert the reservations, right? You can you know what? We'll send a security team. We'll assess the conditions. That's how typically happens, right? In Pakistan, a lot of Australian, for example, or English teams, they send a security team first and they review the conditions and they give a feedback and say that, you know what, yeah, you can't play here or you can play here. But nothing of that sort. It's just like a blanket team. You will not play. That is the stupidity, and that won't lead you anything. And that's just ego play. That's where my problem with the Bangladeshi side is that it's a pure ego play, and that won't lead you anything. I mean, I think India should have. I mean, Bangladesh should have thought better on that. Even if you want, you can put up a protest saying that we don't think it's safe. You can always say the think word, right? We don't know, and we'll send a team to review it. Okay, that's also saying that I'm putting pressure on in India. I'm putting pressure on ICC, but ultimately, okay, security, everything is fine. They've given us the clearance. We'll come and play. That could have happened. That could have cleared the situation. But putting up a blanket saying that no, we will not come, we will not travel to India, that was really stupid. Yeah, and coming to your first point, right? I mean, I think the BCC, if that was the situation, BCCI should not have allowed any IPL player to be a part of the auction. As simple as that. After allowing it to be a part of the auction, letting teams select those players and then removing them is also not right. But again, like you said, it's a private thing. It is between the BCCI and that player. Now, I don't understand why, even if the whole of Bangladesh wants to feel offended by it, there are better ways to show your reservation. You can always announce, you know what, no Bangladeshi player will ever play the IPL again. Fine, that's fair. You don't want to play the IPL, you don't want to boycott the, like you said, it's a private event. Boycott the IPL. But letting go of the entire team to play in a Premier World Cup tournament is just very, very silly.
And I think I'm pretty sure that the Bangladeshi players are not too happy about it as well.
Yeah.
You saw a
Mm.
lot of former cricketers sort of being really vocal about it, that we might have won a political war against India, and to a certain extent, but the damage it has done and it will do in the long term from the Bangladeshi cricket point of view is going to be really huge cost for them. And I think Bangladesh should also not forget that it was India who sort of backed them 25 years ago, who was very vocal to sort of help them get the test status when
Yeah.
no other team were willing to sort of back Bangladesh on those lines. India played their debut test in Dhaka in 2000. So
Yeah.
India
The
has been
first
a
match. Yeah.
long ally. I know the circumstances have changed over the last 1 year or so, but having said that, I think people should not forget what Indian board or BCCI has done for Bangladeshi cricket in the past. And it's really sad to see the way things have happened in the last 1 year or so after the departure of Sheikh Hasina. But I think it's really sad from the Bangladeshi cricket point of view. And another point which to be very honest, Sulesh, I was really hopeful that sooner or later their board will realize that this probably is not going anywhere with respect to the future of their cricket, and they will say, okay, you know what? Since it is an ICC event, we want to be fair to our players, to the fans. We'll play, but I think from the next tournament, always I think we'll have our concerns and all those things, right? Because
Yeah.
it was a knee-jerk reaction, like we discussed earlier, and ICC did not have enough window to sort of move the or handle the logistics at this point
Yeah.
of time. I think there were a couple of proposals which were sent, exchanging Ireland and Bangladesh, swapping their groups basically, so that Bangladesh can play all their games in Sri Lanka. Um, but that did not happen. Obviously, why would Ireland do that at the last moment? Because that would also sort of disrupt their travel plans and everything. A lot of changes would have to be done to accommodate that,
Preparation.
which
Yeah.
would not be fair on other teams. But there's one more way of looking at it. How I, as an Indian cricket fan, would look at it. See, Bangladesh, वैसे भी in ICC event, they come to give 2 points to the opponents, right? And I mean that's the way how I would look at it. They
Yeah.
have been playing cricket for the last 25 years, and other than 2007, World Cup, 50 over World Cup mishap, and probably a couple of games here and there, I don't think Bangladesh has done anything substantial over the past 25 years to sort of make world cricket realize that Bangladesh nahi aa raha is going to be a huge loss from the cricket point of view. Obviously, the fans would be disappointed. They are really passionate about their game, about the team. But I don't think the approach which was taken was pretty
Yeah.
good over here.
And I think like the other important question is what is the future, right? Like, will you never play India anymore now? And if that's the case, then you're becoming a cricketing pariah. I mean, whatever said and done, we should know that unfortunate or fortunate, whatever the case, 70 to 80% of all cricket revenue comes from India. And you cannot say that you have a big population, you'll be the only team that'll be playing. That doesn't work. And okay, who'll support you, right? Okay, Pakistan is there. Probably they'll come in once in a while, they'll play a series against you, we'll have bilaterals once in a while against Pakistan. But beyond that, what is the hope? A hope for a country like Bangladesh? And if you're not playing India, if you're not playing bilaterals against India, if the players are not playing IPL, you're missing out on a big chunk of revenue. And that big chunk of revenue is going to make a big difference for you, not just right now, for your future generations who are playing cricket, for the current players who are obviously playing cricket. So I think Bangladesh, this is a very, very knee-jerk reaction which shouldn't have happened. And they should have really thought through this without thinking through everything that yes, they were put in an unfortunate situation, but there were really very, very different options to protest, right? You could have protested in many different ways. You could have probably come to India and show your protest, wear an armband or whatever. I mean, okay, that's the show your protest somehow, give a press conference saying we are not happy. Fine, all that, do all that. But not coming and not giving opportunity is setting up a very bad precedence going down the line. A big chunk of your revenue is going to come from India, irrespective of whatever you say. And like you said, right, this is an ICC tournament. You're not upset at India. You're upsetting the ICC. Now, how will ICC trust you going forward in any of the other tournaments? Your future cricketers are under 19 team is still playing now in the World Cup. What example are you setting for that team? So they should have really thought through. I mean, it's very unfortunate that Bangladesh has taken this call, and it is very political, egoistic call. I mean, just missing out on a World Cup on one event, maybe not a big thing for them right now, but it's going to set their cricket back a lot, just like how it's happened in Pakistan. Pakistan, unfortunately, suffering consequences of all that. Nobody wants to tour the country. Nobody would. They're not called anywhere else. The way the players are treated outside is also very shambolic, and that may happen to the Bangladesh players also.
No, no, fair point, Sulesh. And I think I'm not sure how true is that their ICC is gonna review, because 2031 50 over World Cup Bangladesh is gonna co-host. Is supposed to co-host with
Oh,
along with India. So I think that might
oh.
have
Yeah,
consequences from those
correct.
that point of view as well. Obviously, it's quite far at this point of time, but you never know how things might pan out. Another interesting thing which I think we should touch upon is the role of Pakistan here. So obviously Bangladesh was really vocal about the security aspect, and specifically about the demands which they had, and there was a voting which was done. Obviously,
Yeah.
there were only one other team which supported. Without a doubt, it was Pakistan, because again, Pakistan is not a has nothing to do with Bangladesh cricket. I mean, let's be very vocal, very objective about it here.
Yeah.
They have nothing to do with the prosperity of Bangladesh cricket. Since Bangladesh is against India, BCCI in a certain way, against ICC, since ICC's chairman is Chesha, I think they're just trying to, कहते हैं ना वो हिंदी में कंधे पे रख के बंदूक चलाना. So that's
Oh,
the way they have been trying to play card. And Pakistan mentioned earlier that अगर Bangladesh बाहर हुआ तो they will also back out. I'm
ah,
really excited to see that what next. Today also I think Mohsin Naqvi mentioned that when the Pakistani Prime Minister come back, he will have a word with him, and if he sort of agrees, then Pakistan will also pull out of the World Cup. Is something which he spoke in the media today.
no chance. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No,
So
no.
I
I
mean,
mean, that country, you can never trust, man. You can never trust Pakistan on anything, right? I mean, that's their historical, the way they have behaved, the way they treat each other. I mean, I don't think they should even. I mean, Bangladesh is thinking that Pakistan will back them or Pakistan will withdraw the world from the World Cup. Again, it's like it's going to make no difference. I mean, it's Pakistan's loss, and they're not going to do it. 101% Pakistan is not going to do it. Like you said, they don't give a damn about Bangladeshi cricket. They don't give a damn about cricket in general. They have just okay. It's an opportunity for them to show that we're against India, we're against ICC and just support Bangladesh for this. But I don't think Pakistan is going to go through with the whole threat of them withdrawing from the tournament. And I really want to know, I discussed this earlier also, right? I mean, what if Pakistan qualifies? Will they come to India to play the finals? Oh, I mean, it's really
no, no,
interesting to see what's going to happen.
no, no, no. In case that happens, Pakistan qualifies for the semis. Semis, I think it will be in Colombo by any means. Even
Okay.
the finals, I think the agreement is that in case Pakistan qualifies for the final will be in Colombo. In that case,
Wow.
that
Okay.
is
That's
already
interesting.
kind of pre-decided. Yeah, yeah. But I think a lot of
Okay.
people have that kind of confidence that that is like a very I'm
Yeah.
not too sure if that's going to happen or not. So I think interestingly,
Yeah.
Suresh, we've got a question on the comments, right, from Umar. I think he might be one of the Pakistani or Bangladesh folk. He says that
Okay.
if you can't protect one player fizz, how will you protect their entire team and official?
No, no, it's a very it's not the same, yeah. I mean, what we let's forget everything. Okay, let's be unbiased. Let's try being as unbiased as possible. It is not about the protection of Mustafizur. Unfortunately, whatever political circumstances are there, I am not justifying it. I am saying it is wrong. Whatever happened, Mustafizur is not part of the IPL because of political reasons. It's not a security reason. Let's clearly differentiate that. Second is look, it's a World Cup for God's sake. Every team is going to send their security teams. They're going to assess every possible scenario. India's reputation is at stake. We cannot let a team come here and be attacked. That's not going to happen. If worst case scenario, we will play the tournament in India, Bangladeshi matches without a crowd if you want. That much India will do to ensure that the matches happen. But if you come out and say that we are not going to come, then you're giving India no option. What do we do if you don't want to come? It's too late to make a change in schedule. It's ridiculous. So it's not about protecting Mustafizur and protecting the Bangladeshi players. 101% all effort will be taken or would have been taken to protect all Bangladeshi players and ensure matches happen. I don't think the two are the same.
Yeah, and just to add one more point, I think you touched upon that if something something goes haywire, with respect to any of the Bangladesh players or their media or staff or fan, like you mentioned, India's reputation was at stake.
Yeah.
Indian authorities, Indian media, everyone would have made sure that nothing
Mm.
goes wrong, specifically with respect to Bangladesh games here. So I think you're
Mm.
reading it right. People are trying to sort of mix these two things. And again,
Yeah.
at the cost of repeating myself, IPL is a private event. IPL is not an ICC event. You can have your BPL, you can have your PSL, and you can take the shots over there. ICC is not
Yeah.
gonna interfere there. That's not an
Yeah.
ICC event. Let's be very, very clear about it. Mixing T20 World Cup and IPL is not a very is probably one of the dumbest thing you would do, you know.
Yeah.
And skipping the T20 World Cup, abhi, a lot of people are thinking in that direction. Ki, wow, India, Bangladesh did the right thing. They sort of troubled ICC, or they sort of challenged BCCI's status quo. Boss, it's gonna hurt. Financially, it's gonna
Yeah.
hurt. Just think from that scenario that none of the other teams, forget about India, England, Australia, South Africa, New Zealand, Sri Lanka, none of these guys voted in favor of Bangladesh. I mean,
Yeah.
that says a lot of things, right? So, I mean,
Yeah.
and I don't have any second thoughts on that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and one more point on that. You're right, perfectly right, right? I mean, if you, like you said, it's a private tournament. If you want to protest against the decision of the IPL to not have Mustafizur Rahman, protest against it by saying that we will not send any more players to IPL. Perfectly understandable. Yes, this happened in the IPL, we will take action in the IPL. But taking the action against the ICC, you're fighting the ICC for a battle which is internal between a private body and your player. That shouldn't that's a wrong battle you're fighting, and that battle is going to cost you, like how Shiva mentioned, right? That's going to cost each of your players an opportunity to perform well and show the world that, you know what, this happened to our player probably, but look at the way we're playing together as a team, we're performing well as a team. You could have proven yourself on the field instead of taking this silly call. I mean, I think it's just unfortunate that's an ego call. We should go beyond this. We should not. There are different ways to protest, man. I mean, we all know you, and if you really feel that you're offended by this, there are so many other ways to protest, not by costing your team like this.
And just add on to that, we recently saw a game under 19 World Cup game between India and Bangladesh. I'm not sure,
Mm.
Sulesh, if you watched that game live. I think that was one heck of a game, and where India managed to sort of edge Bangladesh out. But the way couple of Bangladesh players played in that game, they were there to show the world that they have got the
Yeah,
fight, they've got the intensity, and that's
correct.
one way of showing it to the world. You know
Exactly.
what?
Yeah,
You did not do right with our player. If you felt so,
yeah,
here is my response. Here we are gonna play the best of cricket possible, best
yeah,
cricket of our lives, and we are gonna show India, Australia, and England that we are here to
yeah,
stay.
yeah.
That would
What
have
a
been the
story
ideal
that would have
response.
been. Yeah, what a story that would have been, right? I mean, every like the fans cheering the players, the extra emotion towards the players also, right? And now here they're just going to watch it on TV. That's it. It's very very sad end to this. Yeah.
So Sulesh, I think just to wrap up this one, what next for Bangladesh? This can go wrong in so many ways now. And as a cricket fan, the kind of passion Bangladesh fans bring onto the field, on into the stadium, the kind of vibe they create. I think it is second to none. I'll be very honest about it. They're a really passionate bunch of people.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
a lot of things are being said and mentioned on social media. I keep social media aside because that is
Yeah.
most of the occasion is far from reality. I don't want to get into that. But logically speaking, what next for Bangladesh? What could be the repercussions here like?
No, I mean, assuming they continue with this, right? If they continue with this, it is going to be cricketing pariah. I mean, ICC will be obviously pissed off with the fact that this happened. Uh, if India decide, okay, let's say India takes a call that we will not travel to Bangladesh, we will not have Bangladesh team come to us. That itself is a big, big, big revenue loss for Bangladesh potentially. And if other teams deciding the action that India has taken decides to follow the India step, for example, Australia, Pakistan, no, not Australia, Sri Lanka, not take the same call, then nobody's going to play in Bangladesh. So I really don't. I really hope it doesn't reach all that. Right, like you mentioned, very passionate fans, very good individual players who unfortunately have not collectively played well as a team of late, but very good talented players, right? And that shouldn't happen. I mean, I hope there is a reconciliatory meeting between the ICC and BCB after this World Cup. I mean, this World Cup has happened now. The World Cup is going to happen now without them. But after that, find out what your genuine problems are, sort it out, and just accept the fact that maybe issue a statement saying that yes, we have done this, but we've had talks with ICC, things are sorted, we are okay to play with India and move on. But if you continue with the decision that you will not play any more matches with India, We will make a separate ICC. I think Pakistan made some statement like that. We'll create an alternate ICC. Where are you going, man? It's not going nowhere.
एक separate ICC यूएसए बना रहा है अभी, peace board of peace or something. I mean USA can do that. They are the most
You see,
powerful. Yeah,
yeah,
मतलब still I think the way that show is getting run, I think that's a lot of things are like common in both the aspects. Cool Suresh, I think this was really a nice chat, and I really hope from the cricket point of view, this, I know that this T20 World Cup is gone for Bangladesh, but I really hope that this does not have long term consequences for their cricket, for their fans, for their board. They'll have definitely have some financial loss as well, because of this walkout. They might have some, to and fro's happening in the coming couple of years, and we have a 2027 World Cup as well in South Africa, not in
yeah,
India. But I hope things go sort of move in a certain direction for them. From the Pakistan point of view, I think all I would say, I don't see them backing out here, because for
yeah,
Bangladesh it was still a kind of a controversy that there was some security thing. Some Pakistan has no direct correlation over here because they already have all their matches in Sri Lanka, and just if they want to show that social media brotherhood by backing out, I think that is gonna be very very heavy for them. I don't think they're not gonna be foolish enough. They're not fools to sort of take that kind of call, is what I feel. But we'll have to wait and watch.
yeah. The fool and pretty much cowardice. I don't think they have that courage to do it. It's pretty much cowardice and unfortunate,
मतलब
but
मुझे
they
एक ही
won't go
एक ही
around with it.
एक ही चीज लग रही है. They probably, I mean, the kind of cricket they have been playing these years. So we've got
They'll
one more
join
comment
Bangladesh
which I,
soon.
yeah, we've got one more comment, Sulesh. I don't think we should reply to that because that is not related to cricket. So Firoz
Yeah,
is saying that India is a Hindutva terrorist state. There should be no international match here. My only comment on that: India is not a Hindutva state. Forget about terrorist. India is not a Hindu state. India is a secular country. I have got Muslim friends. Sulesh has got Muslim friends. We've got Christian friends. So let's, I mean, just don't go by social media
yeah,
or a comment by a couple of folks. Is
yeah.
all I
And
can
the
say.
people
And
who are
I really don't
making
want to
these
answer that.
statements, yeah, and the people who are making these statements, what states are you coming from, man? I mean, at least we are secular. That's all I
Yeah.
have to say.
So
Yeah,
let's not waste time on things
yeah,
like that. Yeah. Cool, Sulesh. I think
great.
it was really a nice discussion. We'll catch up soon. India is playing some really good brand of cricket, T20
Oh yeah,
cricket
superb.
against New
Yeah,
Zealand. I think the way
yeah.
Ishan Kishan batted yesterday, man, that was great to watch. So again, we have a game tomorrow as well, and let's see how it pans out. And excited about this World Cup. Not too far away. Yeah, a lot of things happening. So yeah, cool.